Bath, Michigan, a small town located in the heart of the state, known for its peaceful and tight-knit community. But on the morning of May 18, 1927, a series of explosions rocked the town and changed its fate forever. The Bath school bombing was one of the worst acts of domestic terrorism in American history. It claimed the lives of 38 children and 6 adults, and injured many more. The events of that day startled the nation and left a lasting impact on the town of Bath and its residents.
This was the first school, grades kindergarten through 10. It was up where the James Couzens Memorial Park now is across the road. The township decided they wanted to have a larger school. They built the Bath Consolidated School. They built it right around the original school to save money and to save material.
The Consolidated School was built in 1916 to serve the needs of the rapidly growing town of Bath. The school was a symbol of pride for the community and was seen as a model of modern education. The school had spacious classrooms, well-equipped laboratories, and a large auditorium.
This is the architectural drawing of the Bath Consolidated School, the one that blew up. That's the original drawing.
It was a place where children could learn and grow in a safe and nurturing environment. The man behind the bombing was Andrew Kehoe, a farmer who lived on the outskirts of Bath. Kehoe was known to be a difficult man who had a contentious relationship with his neighbors. He was often involved in disputes over property lines and taxes.
His taxes were higher than everybody else's because it was valued more. It was up to date. They had gas lights, they had water, a lot of really up-to-date things that other people didn't have. That was something that really upset him. Another thing was the school wanted to make a football field. So he argued about that. Well, they got the field, so just every little thing upset him. It didn't take much at all.
And he was known to have a quick temper.
And when they first moved to the community, he was very friendly with everybody, but pretty soon they were all starting to think he's very strange. One time he was out with his horses, working in the field, and he wouldn't let them stop to rest. He just kept pushing them until they just almost couldn't go anymore. And when one of them finally couldn't, he beat it. He was just very strange.
Despite these problems, Kehoe was seen as a respected member of the community, and many people in Bath found it difficult to believe that he was capable of such a horrific act.
Andrew Kehoe was sane at all times, and so conducted himself and concealed his operations that there was no cause to suspect the above acts.
On May 18, 1927, Kehoe set off a series of explosions that rocked the Bath Consolidated School.
His intention was to blow everybody up and get back at the people, and he knew that's the way that was going to hurt the townspeople.
The first explosion occurred in the basement of the school and caused significant damage to the building.
There was a pile of children, about 5 or 6, under the roof, and some of them had their arms out, some had legs, and some just their heads. They were unrecognizable. They were covered with dust, plaster, and blood.
There was a boy named Percy, and his mother happened to come there, and she found him half covered with debris. She picked him up, and his limbs were hanging. She cried, "Percy, Percy," she cried.
The second explosion took place in Kehoe's truck.
So he went home and put a bunch of junk in the back of his car, shrapnel and stuff, and dynamite, and drove back up to the school, parked right in front of the school. And there was injured people, standing all over, rescuers. And that he shot his gun into the back of the car and blew everything out.
All of a sudden, there was a tremendous blast. That was the second explosion. We just saw sheets of flame all around us.
Well, one kid that was injured in the school and survived was killed. I think it was the postmaster. His leg was blown off. Another woman had a piece of shrapnel go through the side of her face. And windows all through town that didn't blow out the school blew out when the truck exploded.
The truck was loaded with dynamite and other explosives, and the blast caused widespread destruction. The school was destroyed, and many children and teachers were killed or injured.
Yeah, my dad and 2 aunts and an uncle were all in the explosion. And most of the people that were in the explosion had side effects like loud noises. My dad could not hear a loud noise without getting really upset.
Yeah.
I had an aunt who was pinned down with a radiator. She was claustrophobic after that. She couldn't be in small areas.
Yeah.
And speaking with a lot of the survivors, they had the same kind of symptoms,
The authorities were shocked at the scale of the tragedy and quickly launched an investigation. In an attempt to cover up his tracks, he had planted bombs in his own farm, which were timed to go off after the school bombings. However, Kehoe was found dead at the scene, but his actions had left a lasting impact on the community. The Bath school bombing was a tragedy that touched the hearts of people across the nation. The country was stunned by the scale of the destruction and the loss of life, and people everywhere were left wondering why someone would do something so
I
terrible.
wonder what kind of a monster man he was.
In the aftermath of the bombing, the community came together to support the families of the victims and to help rebuild the town. Despite the outpouring of support, the memories of the bombing remain deeply ingrained in the collective consciousness of the community for many years to come.
I don't think we ever talked about it afterwards. We never exchanged our memories. It was just shut out. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe if we'd had counseling, it would have been brought out. But we just kind of lived with these memories.
It's what we're made of. It's part of us. It's how we grew up and how we developed, and it's important.
The bombing shocked the nation and led to changes in school safety regulations and increased public awareness about the dangers of explosives. The legacy of the Bath school bombing is a reminder of the importance of community and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of tragedy. Today, the site of the Bath Consolidated School is a memorial park where people can visit and remember the victims of this tragic event. This horrific act of violence left a lasting impact on the town, the state, and the nation. Its legacy serves as a reminder of the devastating effects of domestic terrorism and the importance of safeguarding our schools and communities. The story of Bath and its residents serves as a testament to the power of hope, resilience, and the enduring human spirit.